Hi children! We were really impressed with all the animals that you created yesterday to add to the story of Room on the Broom. Today we're going to think about the setting. So last week we looked at the different settings in the story. The setting, remember, is the place that the story is happening. So in this picture at the beginning, the setting would be in the air above the woods, because that's where the witch is. So today you're going to come up with your own setting. Where do you want your character to appear from? Let's have a little look at these ideas. So in this setting, we've got the witch in the air. It's daytime, so think about whether you want your setting to be the day or the night. You can also think about the weather in your setting. It looks quite bright here with the blue sky. The storm's not arrived yet. There was the setting of the hayfield with the yellow hay and the trees, and then in the background we can see that the clouds are starting to get dark and gloomy. So our setting has changed there. You might want a setting that's in the woods. Is your animal going to appear from behind a tree or behind a stone, or even from a little cluster of mushrooms or flowers? You have a little think. You could have the setting of the mountains. You could have the setting of in a cave. You could have the setting of a tree. This one, I quite liked this one because it had little doors and windows on it. You can use your imagination. The setting can be anything you like. You might even like to use a waterfall. It's entirely up to you. So have a think about the different places that your animal might be found, and then that could be your setting. So yesterday you drew your animal. We were really impressed with what you came up with, lots of lovely ideas and great description. But today you're going to think about where your animal appears from. So I've already drawn out my setting just to save a little bit of time. So you can see here that my setting has got a pond in it. Now, there's lots of different parts to my setting, and I'm going to name some of them using adjectives, and I want you to see if you can spot them in my picture. So, can you see the slimy stones? Well done, they're down there. Can you see the small pink flower? Fantastic, that's over there. Can you see the glittering, sparkling stars? They're up there. Can you see the glowing moon? Well done, that's over there. Can you see the howling wind? Yep, up at the top there. You might notice I've given them little faces so that you can imagine that the howling is coming out of the wind. And then finally, can you spot the spiky bushes? Brilliant, down there. So you can see I've used my adjectives there to describe the different things in the picture. I didn't just say stars or moon or bush. I used my describing words to help us get that picture in our minds of what something looks like or even sounds like with the howling wind. So what we'd like you to do is draw your setting. Where do you want your animal to appear? So draw it out and colour it in. And then, like you did yesterday, we want you to label the different parts using your adjectives. So I'm not going to do lots of this, but I'll just show you a couple. So I would write sparkling. Remember to sound out your spellings. Star. I might have slimy. Stone. Okay, so label as many parts of your picture as you can. And then we would like you to write one sentence. And we want you to tell us where your animal appears from. So I had a rabbit, and here he is, I've drawn him on. And I'm going to say, the rabbit hopped out from a deep, dark hole. So the rabbit out from a deep, dark hole. So I'm using my adjectives to describe that the hole was deep and it was dark too. Okay, and I've told you how the rabbit moved. I've said he hopped. So think about how your animal might move. So now I'm going to show you how I write that sentence down. So I've got my green and red and my pencil too. So let's start by saying the sentence out loud so I can remember it. The rabbit hopped out from the deep, dark hole. So green capital letter to start. The finger space rabbit hopped Now hopped, the last sound in hopped sounds very much like a t, hopped. However, if you hear that sound at the end of the word, it's actually made with an e and a d. The rabbit hopped out from a describing word here, deep, dark hole. Split diagraph there, and then I need a full stop at the end. So using my red pencil crayon to do my full stop. Can you remember what I need to do now, children? That's right, I need to check it. So let's go back to the beginning. The rabbit hopped out from a deep, dark hole. Full stop. So we're really looking forward to seeing what settings you come up with. Remember, it can be anything at all. Use your imagination. Put lots of detail into it. Colour it in to help you with your adjectives. Add your adjectives on, okay, try and do quite a few because that'll help you with your writing, and then one sentence to tell us where your animal came from and how it moved. Good luck, children, work hard.